Arduino is a company that is situated in Italy that designs and sells microcontroller-based circuit boards. And they call these circuits boards Arduino. And depending upon the size and functionality, they have different types of Arduino boards. For example, Arduino UNO is one of the most popular board in the Arduino family and a good choice for getting started. It consists of enough inputs and outputs to connect LEDs, motors, keypads, LCDs to build your projects like robots, 3D printers, and many more. There are many other Arduino boards available which may be more or less powerful than Arduino UNO, but in this course we will use Arduino UNO. If you see electronics devices around yourself, you will find microwave, printer, smartwatches, drones, 3D printers, and the list goes long. The common thing that every device has is a tiny computer which is called microcontroller. And this tiny computer, along with programming, is responsible for all intelligence that these devices have. Well, Arduino is a good choice to create all these, and the reason is, before Arduino, it used to be very difficult to learn and understand microcontroller and its programming because of lack of support and unavailability of complete microcontroller-based circuit boards. One always had to check the datasheets of microcontroller to set the registers, even to blink LEDs. Moreover, you always need a dedicated programmer to program the microcontroller. What Arduino does, it open source all of its hardware design, which means that you can easily create your own custom board for your applications. And beside this, they provide software that works on Windows, Mac, and Linux, where you can write and upload code into a microcontroller in a single click, without even using an extra hardware programmer. The hardware and software environment of Arduino is very user-friendly, that even a non-technical person can understand. And this is what makes Arduino good for beginners. This is Arduino, and this is the brain of an Arduino, known as a microcontroller. Arduino UNO uses an Atmega 328 microcontroller, which is manufactured by Microchip. Apart from this microcontroller, this board has many components which can be discussed, but in this video we will talk about a few. To communicate this board with a computer, we need to connect this board through this USB jack using a cable like that. There is another chip that helps to upload your code into a microcontroller via USB cable. And this chip is called USB to TTL converter. And once you upload a code, then this chip also allows you to send messages between Arduino and computer. And you can do this for debugging. This is where you can give power to your Arduino board. The input voltage required here is 9 volt DC, which then converts into 5 volt using a voltage converter, because the microcontroller that Arduino uses works on 5 volt. Beside this, you can power your Arduino board through USB cable also. All you have to do is to attach your board with a computer, or you can use a 5 volt USB power supply. This is a reset button to reboot your Arduino. Now let's see some pins on the Arduino board. These are some pins from 2 to 13 to connect digital input and output devices like LEDs and switches. The function of these pins is to either give or expect 5 volt, to and from other devices. Like to drive LEDs, these pins need to be set as output to give 5 volt. Whereas to sense the states of switches and sensors, these pins should be set as input. And the good thing is that the Arduino software does this with few lines of code. And here are a few analog input pins from A0 to A5 to connect analog devices. Analog devices are those devices that produce analog voltages anywhere in between 0 to 5 volt, in correspondence to the quantity being calculated. For example, temperature, pressure, and light sensors are analog sensors. The output voltage of these sensors varies in proportional to the quantity being measured. As the amount of light changes, the voltage of the light sensors changes proportionally. We will understand more about analog and digital in a separate section. In short, these pins are used to measure the voltage anywhere in between 0 to 5 volt. Here we have power pins, 3.3 volt and 5 volt pins to connect 3 and 5 volt low power devices. These are some important components of the Arduino board that we have discussed. In the coming videos we will understand more about them. That's all from this video. Thanks for watching this. See you in the next video.